3 generations, 40 years of pop culture. They've battled online for years. But now, 3 contestants will go head to head to settle once and for all which generation is truly the greatest. This is Gen Wars.
Welcome to Gen Wars. I'm your host, Matt. Today we've got 3 contestants from 3 different generations waging war on each other to see who knows more about the time we've got questions from. Let's meet our contestants. First up, Generation X.
Yeah, my name is James. I'm from Indiana, and I work in the insurance industry as an actuary.
Excellent.
Exciting, I know.
Welcome, James. And for Generation Y?
I'm Greg, and I'm from Milwaukee, representing the millennials, and I tutor.
Excellent, Greg. All right. And finally, for Generation Z?
I'm Ben. I'm from Kentucky. I'm here to represent Gen Z and crush the competition.
Ooh, look at this. All right. So the way Gen Wars works is we've got 6 different categories of questions that span 3 generations, and our contestants will be attempting to answer them correctly. Hidden on the board are 2 spots that we call war wagers, where the contestants will be able to wager as many points as they feel they could win. All right. So let's look at our categories first. We've got And the Oscar Goes To. This will cover Oscar-related questions. Rise of the Olympians will be about the Olympics. Don't Cross the Streams. That's going to be about streaming services. Singing Live from New York will be all about musical guests on Saturday Night Live. House of Mouse will contain Disney questions, and Primetime Halftime will be all about Super Bowl halftime shows. First pick will go to our Gen X contestant, James. Where do you want to start?
Let's go New York for 1,000 there, Matt.
All right, New York for 1,000 to start. Here we go. In October 1976, cast member John Belushi joined this artist on stage and performed a spot-on impression of him. All right, nobody wanted to answer that one. The answer is Joe Cocker.
Of course.
Yeah, the Wonder Years theme guy. All right, well, I guess we'll defer then to Greg, our millennial.
Let's go Rise of the Olympians for 200.
Rise of the Olympians for 200. This country made worldwide history when they competed in the bobsled event at the 1988 Winter Olympics. And though they crashed and finished in last place, the event still inspired a hit movie 5 years later. That's going to go to you.
Jamaica.
Jamaica is the answer indeed, and that is 200. All right, so control is still with Greg.
We'll go Olympians for 400, please.
Olympians for 400. The 1992 USA men's basketball team, widely considered to be the greatest sports team ever assembled, featured some of the biggest names of the NBA, including Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, and Patrick Ewing, and was known by this affectionate nickname. Generation X.
That was the Dream Team.
Dream Team is correct. Excellent job. Also a movie with Michael Keaton. All right, and now you have control.
All right, let's go back to New York for 800.
New York for 800. Here it is. Sparks flew in February 2021 when this singer smashed a guitar against an amp 16 times at the end of her musical performance.
Was Courtney Love?
Courtney Love is incorrect.
Oh.
Yes.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga is incorrect. Not gonna try?
I got nothing, man.
All right, that was Phoebe Bridgers. Phoebe Bridgers. All right, I'll let you take control there. Ben?
All right. Yeah, I'll do And the Oscar Goes To for 400, Matt.
And the Oscar goes to, for 400. In 2002, this actress won the Oscar for her performance in the film Monsters Ball, making history as the first African-American woman to win Best Actress.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry is correct. Excellent job. Greg, let me add those points for you. And you are in control.
Let's go back to the Olympians for 600, please.
Rise of the Olympians, 600. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the 2020 Summer Olympics were postponed until the summer of 2021 and took place in this city. Nobody. The city was Tokyo. The country was Japan. All right, we'll have Generation X take control.
All right, let's go House of Mouse for 1,000, Matt.
House of Mouse 1000. This ride at Disney's Animal Kingdom, which opened in 1998, just closed its doors on February 2nd, 2026, being replaced with an upcoming Indiana Jones themed attraction. No, buddy. That was Dinosaur. Dinosaur. Yes. All right. Generation Y, take control.
Let's do House of Mouse for 200.
House of Mouse 200. 90s kids everywhere cried together when this character, voiced by the late James Earl Jones, was killed in a stampede. Oh, that was really close. I'm going to give it to Gen Z that time.
Mufasa.
Mufasa is correct. Excellent job. All right, you are in control, Gen Z.
All right, let's do And the Oscar Goes To for 200.
And the Oscar goes to. All right, for 200 points, Heath Ledger won a posthumous Oscar in 2009 for his iconic performance in this film, becoming the only the second actor to win an Oscar after his death. You were on that.
The Dark Knight, he was the Joker.
Yes, he was. Excellent job. All right, Gen Z, you're in control.
All right, let's do House of the Mouse for 400.
House of Mouse for 400. This computer animated 1995 film was the first collaboration between Disney and Pixar's first ever feature-length film, with sequels being made to this day. Generation X?
It was Toy Story.
Toy Story is correct. Excellent job. All right, so you are in control now.
All right, let's go House of Mouse for 800, Matt.
House of Mouse 800. This 2023 box office bomb lost Disney over $130 million, and Disney fans today still like to speculate that the script was written by generative AI due to its poor writing.
Is this Wish?
It is Wish. Excellent job there. Gen Z, in control.
Let's do And the Oscar Goes To for 600.
And the Oscar goes to, for 600. Despite being a successful actor since the early 1990s, this A-list actor did not win his first Academy Award until 2016. Generation Y.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
Leonardo DiCaprio is correct. Excellent job. And he should have won for What's Eating Gilbert Grape. You hear me? He was super good in that. All right. You are in control, Gen Y.
Let's go Olympians for 800, please.
All right, Olympians 800 is the war wager. All right, so Greg, you have 1,200 points. How much are you willing to wager?
Wager 200, please.
All right, for 200 points. At the 2008 Olympics in Beijing, this U.S. athlete won 8 gold medals and the most ever won by any Olympian in history.
Michael Phelps.
Got it. Excellent job. All right, 1,400 and still in control, Generation Y. Greg, what do you want?
Let's close out the Olympians for 1,000, please.
All right. Final question. These two warring countries declared a moment of truce in the 2000 Sydney Olympics, marching together in the opening ceremony and waving a flag of unity. Well, it was North and South Korea. A temporary truce. All right. So we'll give control over to Ben, Gen Z.
All right, let's do Don't Cross the Streams for 200.
Don't Cross the Streams, 200. The pro shot of this hit Broadway musical was originally scheduled to release in theaters in October 2021, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it was instead released on Disney Plus on July 3rd, 2020. Generation X.
Alexander Hamilton.
Hamilton was what I needed to hear. You definitely got the points for that. Very close on those buzzings. All right, you're in control. James.
All right, let's do House of Mouse for 600.
House of Mouse, 600. This sci-fi series ran for 3 seasons on Disney Plus, and a full theatrical movie is scheduled for release May 2026. That's Gen Z.
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian is correct. Excellent job. And that means you are now in control. Ben, where do you want to go?
Don't cross streams for 400.
Don't cross streams, 400. Netflix servers briefly crashed on January 7th, 2026, when thousands of fans swarmed to the service to find a secret, non-existent new episode of this hit show that had already aired its series finale a week earlier. She's so close. I'm going to give that one to X.
And that was Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
A show about
is
kids in Indiana.
Yes, yeah. It's close to home, huh? All right. So, you are still in control, James.
All right, let's go Oscar for 1,000, Matt.
All right, Oscar for 1,000. The Academy Awards were met with a lawsuit by Disney in 1989 when this actor infamously took the stage and performed the song Proud Mary alongside actress Eileen Bowman, who was dressed as Snow White. All right, the answer was Rob Lowe. Rob Lowe. All right. Control shifts to Gen Y. What would you like?
Let's go with Singing Live from New York for 200.
All right. Singing Live from New York, 200. This late singer infamously made history in 1992 when she held up a photograph of Pope John Paul II on live national television and tore it into pieces. Gen X.
Sinead O'Connor.
Sinead O'Connor is correct. All right, and control is back to you, James.
All right. Let's go Cross the Streams for 1,000, Matt.
Cross the Streams, 1,000. The 2021 reboot of this hit 90s cartoon ran for 2 seasons on Paramount Plus before being pulled in 2024, and though a 3rd season was produced, it never aired. Gen Z.
Is this Beavis and Butthead?
It is not Beavis and Butthead, no. Anybody else want to give it a try? Oh, talk about a pull. A rug pull.
Oh, yeah.
You're welcome. All right, so we're going to shift control over to Gen Z.
All right. Let's do Don't Cross Streams for 600.
Don't cross the streams, 600. Here we go. This madman currently stars on Apple TV's Friends and Neighbors, and a clip from him dancing at a club to promote the series' 2nd season has become a viral sensation. Generation Y.
John Hamm.
John Hamm is correct. All right. You got it. All right, next up. What do you want to do?
Let's go Singing from New York for 400, please.
All right, Singing from New York, 400. Rachel McAdams made a surprise guest appearance in January 2024 when she introduced the musical performance of this actress-singer who took on McAdams' previous role in the 2024 remake of Mean Girls.
Sabrina Carpenter?
Incorrect. Oh, yes?
I should know this. I saw this.
It was Renee Rapp. All right, so control back to Gen X.
All right, let's go New York for 600, please.
All right, New York for 600. Final question of the category. Original cast members John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd would sometimes make musical guest appearances as this hat and sunglasses wearing duo, singing hits like Soul Man and Rubber Biscuit. Yeah, wow, Gen X.
Who are the Blues Brothers, of course?
That is correct, the Blues Brothers. Excellent. It remains with you, Gen X.
All right, let's go Streams for 800.
All right, final one of the category. Steve Martin received praise during the 3rd season of Hulu's Only Murders in the Building when he performed this fast-paced, high-energy song, which went on to win an Emmy Award in 2024 for Outstanding Original Music and Lyrics. All right, nobody. This one is a mouthful. Which of the Pickwick triplets did it? So now we got Generation Y in control of the board. Where do you want to go?
Let's go Primetime Halftime for 200, please.
Primetime, halftime, 200. Here we go. This pop artist made headlines when she suffered a wardrobe malfunction while performing with Justin Timberlake at the 2004 Super Bowl halftime show. You smacked it harder, but boy, I think you got it in a little quicker.
Janet Jackson.
Janet Jackson is correct. And you're still in control.
Let's go 400 halftime, please.
All right, halftime for 400. Kendrick Lamar rubbed salt in the wound at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show when he performed his song Not Like Us, a diss track about his longtime feud with this artist. Gen Z.
Is that Drake?
It is Drake. Very well done. All right, and control back to Gen Z.
Let's do the Oscars.
Oscars, final question of the category. This musical artist made a surprise return to the Oscars in 2021, 18 years after one of his most famous hits won an Oscar for Best Original Song. Gen X?
Elton John?
Elton John is not correct.
Bruce Springsteen?
Bruce Springsteen is not correct. Not gonna give it a yes? All right, no problem.
I should.
The answer for that one? Eminem.
Marshall Mathers himself.
I also would have accepted Marshall Mathers.
Yeah.
All right. So we got 3 questions left in one category. Where are we going? Gen X.
Let's go for 1,000. Let's do the prime time.
1,000. Here we go. Nature was clearly on Prince's side at the 2007 Super Bowl halftime show as this happened while the artist launched into his iconic guitar solo for the finale. Gen X.
Started raining?
It started raining is correct. Very nice.
I don't know if it was purple or not, but I remember the rain.
Well done. I wonder if he had his raspberry beret on. We got 2 questions left. Where do you want to go next?
Let's do 800 halftime.
800 halftime. Here we go. After performing I Will Survive and Take Me Higher at the 1996 Super Bowl halftime show, Diana Ross wowed audiences by exiting the stage in one of these vehicles. Gen Y?
Cadillac convertible?
It was not a Cadillac convertible. All right, it was actually a whirlybird or heliocopter. Also would have accepted helicopter. Now, oh boy, this last one is the War Wager. And since nobody picked it, you all get to wager points.
Oh, dude.
Excellent.
All right. So, here comes the question. When Katy Perry performed at the halftime show in 2015 Super Bowl, audience attention was less focused on her performance and more on her costume-wearing backup dancer who danced horribly offbeat and earned this infamous nickname. So, I'll show the answer and then we'll see what everybody put. It was Left Shark.
Oh, that's right.
All right, let's see what we got for
Oh.
Gen X.
Big loss.
Mr. Bean. All right, that's 2,000 off.
PBS.
Yeah. So you wagered 2,000, which means you're down to 1,200. All right, Greg, what'd you put?
I wrote carrot.
Carrot.
And wagered 200.
Excellent. Carrot also incorrect. You're down to 2,000 points. Still doing all right. And Ben, what did you put?
I think I got it. I put down, I have no idea. And I did 10.
You did 10.
Gotta save them up for the last question, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you sure did. All right. So 2190 points for Ben. Awesome. Greg with 2,000. And James in the caboose for 1,200. And that brings us to our final question. And the category for this one will be cross-gen collabs. So collaborations that cross generations. I'm going to have you write down your wagers and then I'll tell you what the question is. Here's the question. Pop star Dua Lipa collaborated in 2021 with Elton John to record their song Cold Heart, sampling this 1972 Elton John hit. One answer locked. 2 more. Excellent. All right. So James, we're going to start with you. You are behind. What song do you think they sampled?
Was it Tiny Dancer?
It's not Tiny Dancer. Generation Y, Greg, what do you got?
I also said Tiny Dancer and wagered half of my points.
All right, so you did not lose all your points on that one. You just lost 1,000 of them. And finally, Ben, what did you think?
I also did Tiny Dancer.
Everybody knows
everything.
everything. So the answer was Rocket Man, actually. Yep, that's right.
No, that makes sense.
Now with those wagers, well, everybody wagered everything except for Greg, making Greg of Gen Y the Millennial our winner today on Gen Wars.
Nice.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for joining us on Gen Wars. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. See you next time.